Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. I'm in Amelia Island at the Omni, and I'm with Dave Meberg, the CEO of Consolidated Flooring. Dave, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Kemp. Good to see you down here.
We're here because the Greater New York Floor Covering Group is meeting. They meet annually, and it's a union-focused organization of flooring contractors, right?
Yeah, Kemp, we have a group of about 25 contractors in total in our marketplace who formed this association together with the main purpose of collectively bargaining our union agreements with the District Council of Carpenters in New York. We like to bargain together as a group, but we also, utilize our partnership to, sponsor educational programs, scholarship programs, other things that can benefit, our industry as a whole.
And you have a new 5-year bargaining agreement, right?
Right. This past spring, we entered the collective bargaining process and were able to, secure a 5-year agreement with the New York District Council of Carpenters, which is great because it gives us a roadmap for our installers, how they'll be being compensated over the next 5 years, and allows us to accurately bid projects and forecast out our own business models.
So now you know your costs. And you were telling me that one of the parts of this agreement is that on a 3-person job that you could have that without a steward as long as you have an apprentice on the job, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the unique things that I think all trades need to be focused on right now, and that's the recruitment of young talent into the building trades, and number 2, the ongoing training. So our past collective bargaining agreement only allowed us to have a 2-man job before a shop steward was sent to the job site. This one allows us to operate with 3 people on a job, so long as one of them are an apprentice. And that's, for us, that's a great opportunity to take our young talent and train them on job sites with our best installers, and provides them a real strong path forward.
Okay. All right. I mentioned at the beginning you're also the CEO of Consolidated Flooring, and we talked, I think, 6 months or so ago, and you told us that you were expanding. Not only do you have your mothership operation in Manhattan, Greater New York area, you also have a big operation in Chicago. You've opened up in Indianapolis, and you also are down in Southeast Florida, right?
Yeah, we're just this past year we've opened both Indianapolis and Southeast Florida. We're experiencing really solid success in both marketplaces. We've got great teams up in Indianapolis led by Tom Cartmel and Phil Enck, and down in Southeast Florida here with Mike Sandus. We've been able to recruit in some top-notch talent, and we're hitting the market strong, and we're having some real good success early on, and very optimistic about the future with these 2 moves.
Are you leasing warehousing space, or how are you doing that?
Yeah, I mean, we've stood up operations. Last year we did so down in San Antonio, Texas, and this year, in Indianapolis, we did stand up a full warehouse operation, which is up and running now, and we're in the process of doing that right now down here in Florida.
So how's business with your whole big operation?
Yeah, overall, we're going to have another growth year, incremental growth. Some markets are stronger. Our Chicago market was very strong this year because we focused so much on K-12 education, and as you showed in your presentation yesterday, that marketplace has been thriving. In New York, where we're more focused on the corporate market segment, our recovery has been a little bit slower coming out of the pandemic, but the mantra in New York was always survive till 25. We've seen our backlogs grow, and we're going into 25 with a stronger backlog than we've seen in the past 3 or 4 years. So we're very optimistic that market's coming back to life.
I just saw you last week in Nashville. You're on the board of StarNet. Any news items out of that meeting?
Well, the big news was obviously the fact that Mannington had decided to sever their partnership, one of our charter vendors, after 32 years of partnership. So, we chose to make it, an opportunity for our other vendor partners who have stuck with us to, present, viable alternatives to different lines, and really to get out there and partner with our members. We had a great turnout, I thought. And, I think it was well received by all. And I think, if anything, that move and the conference coming right after it is just, created a little spark in StarNet. to really refocus our efforts on patronizing our loyal vendors.
I think you were talking to Mike Gallman about maybe a movement that you guys are going to get started that's called Make Carpet Great Again, right?
Well, yeah, that was a dinner time conversation. We were having a good laugh over it. Obviously having some political conversation, but one of the frustrations that I and many contract dealers have is as you've seen and you showed in your presentation yesterday, the decline in market share of carpet. And a lot of us who've been around for many, many years have see the benefits of carpet. We as contractors find it a big differentiator in our sales and marketing process to be able to work with carpet specifications, and just get a little bit frustrated sometimes that we don't feel the industry is really working hard enough as a group to gain back market share for carpet. As you know, the name of our company for 78 years was Consolidated Carpet, and I refused to change that name for a number of different reasons, superstition being one of them. But at a certain point, we had to change the name just because, we're so much more than carpet. We have to be so much more than carpet now. But I love the product. I love the product category, and I'd love to do whatever we can as an industry to gain back some of that market share for soft goods.
Yeah, your company's 81 years old now, and I saw you at NeoCon in the lobby level of the Tarkett building, and I saw your son was all dressed up, and now he's fourth generation? What generation is he?
He is the fourth generation. Right now, the only member of the fourth generation that's in the business. Just getting his feet wet. He's a year and a half out of college, but he's training through our company. He's excited about his future, and I am as well. I'm excited to train him. I'm keeping my distance right now, letting him grow, letting him mature. He's working in project management right now, shadowing our top project managers and learning how things work out in the field. And eventually, we'll roll him more into a sales and marketing role. But he's doing a great job, and we're real proud of him.
So this is Monday, and we're going to know tomorrow who won the election, right? You care to call that one?
No, I'm not gonna make that call. We were just having breakfast, and I said, I can't wait till tomorrow when this is all over with. And somebody looked up at me and said, "Oh, it's going to all be over tomorrow." So, it might be a late night. I'm pretty sure it will be a very, very late night. But I remember in 2000, I stayed up all night watching the Bush-Gore results and waiting on Florida to make a call. And how that went on for days and days and weeks after Election Day. So I'm just hoping we can get through Tuesday peacefully, and that there is a winner that everybody can be confident in, that truly won the election. So that's what we're looking for.
All right. Yeah, I remember the hanging Chad.
Yeah.
Well, it's great to be with you, Dave. Again, been talking to Dave Meberg, the CEO of Consolidated Flooring, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.